Were you wishing on the limited character banner? Did you won the 50-50? Or lost? If you're watching this after 3.5? Well, fear not, traveler, because I will save your account with this! DPS DEHYA! Ah, DEHYA. The character I anticipated the most when Samara leaks were everywhere back then. The reason why I wanted DEHYA out of all the characters in Samara is because her design screams, I'm in charge, and you will follow what I say when I say. As for the character herself, she is... My first impression of DEHYA is I think she has the best design of all the characters because I love the colors black and red, alongside with a bit of gold looking equipment she has on her boots, cape, belt, arms, shoulders, and earrings. To top it all, she has those cat looking ears, but wait, she isn't a cat, she is a beast! Hey, I just came up with a joke. How does one greet DEHYA in the morning? Buenos dias, señorita.
You asked for it.
When I saw DEHYA's gameplay, all I saw is a person that can kick ass and take names. But there was more to her. She dedicated her life savings into saving children and giving them a home, making her not only the coolest character, but also a kind-hearted mercenary who cares about others' well-being. That's enough to put a tear in my eye, man. DEHYA's combat style, by throwing her weapon away to punch the living hell out of her enemies, is probably the most rogue thing that I ever witnessed in my time playing Genshin Impact. But here's the thing, I don't mind it one single bit, as it just keeps getting better because after her burst, she does a dive kick, and not only that, it looks cool. After the dive kick, she kicks her foot to put out the remaining flames, which is a great level of detail there. Her role in the story makes me thankful for her help during the Archon quest where the traveler has to break free from the dream world, and she helped more by being the distraction to the academia to give us a chance to reach our destination. Combining everything with what I just said about her, I have to wish for her, no matter what. Yes! It's fate, man! It's fate! Yes! I must warn you that this upcoming segment may not be for everyone to hear, since not everyone wants to hear any more comments towards DEHYA, whether it's about coping or criticism. You can close off this video right now or stay and hear what I'm about to say about DEHYA as someone who dedicated most of my savings towards her and her weapon, and tested out almost every possible team composition to see how good of a character she is. You still there? Alright, here goes. 1 month before DEHYA's release, a lot of speculation about her being terrible was on the rise. It was not looking good for her, but I'm sure Hoyoverse will do something about it, right? A week before her release, things changed with her scaling. It went from attack scaling to an attack/HP split scaling? I'm sure they were trying to make her HP reliant like Hu Tao. It must be. It must be. They must know what they're doing, right? The day before her release, her demo was dropped and it looks good. I'm sure her attacks will be as strong as her looks, right? I mean, she risked her arm getting chopped off to make peace with the leader of the Eremites, and I think that was hardcore. On her release date, I spared no time updating and wishing for her and her weapon immediately after the update was completed. After testing her out in the abyss myself, I was shocked. This was worse than I initially thought about DEHYA. How could they messed up the only character I care about? I skipped everyone just to get her and her weapon. Why, Hoyoverse? Just why? She doesn't deserve this. Is this some kind of sick joke that you're experimenting? Making her unable to provide any sort of niche for the team? She can't be a DPS or even a support. How Hoyoverse can fix DEHYA is by making her mitigation ability more than just transferring damage onto DEHYA. DEHYA can have all the HP she wants if she's there just to soak up damage, but why not give her other benefits that she can differentiate from shield users, like transforming all that damage mitigation onto DEHYA's attack that she can unleash with her burst. About her not working with Xingqiu or Yelan, maybe Hoyoverse is planning to release a Fontaine character that will have better hydro application that DEHYA can use. Her best partner for vaporizing is Mona, but not everyone has access to Mona because in order to get her, you have to lose to 50-50 and roll a 1 in 6 chance of getting her. I am so sad right now because I'm being punished for having bad luck, as Mona is the only original standard Baronet character that I never got. And I've been playing this game since released. I hope, not cope, that Hoyoverse will do something to fix DEHYA because she does not deserve this treatment of being the worst 5-star in the game. The 50-50 series has an objective. I wanted to show that DEHYA is not all that bad, but that would just be me contributing to the idea of unfinished characters are okay to be released to the public and let it slide. I'm sorry to everyone that expected a solution for her. If you still haven't changed your mind about DEHYA after everything with what I just said about her, along with the other videos you've probably already seen, I admire your dedication and glad that the meta players haven't broke you yet. Here's a suggestion for making DPS DEHYA work. Get an animal character like Kaza for shred resistances. Get Bennett with a Favonius sword. And lastly, get Xiangling. But I personally don't include Xiangling in the team since I want DEHYA to do all the damage, so I include Raiden Shogun instead to stop having energy issues with DEHYA. For artifacts, I highly recommend the emblem set as it will make her burst hit much harder and easier to obtain. Let me tell you, I love DEHYA as much as you do. And to prove that I'm not lying,
I never once imagined I could get to this level. All credit goes to you. What next? Do you have a job for me? Whatever it is, just say the word and I'll be there.
there's a reason why I still wished for DEHYA. Despite all the complaints, what people said towards her, I pulled her because I choose to. And if you love DEHYA as much as I do, pull her. If you're still contemplating, do what makes you the happiest because Genshin Impact doesn't revolve around one character. And there are more characters to come to enjoy and cherish. I sincerely hope that DEHYA will get a redemption at some point, but even if she didn't, I will never forget her as she will always be my favorite character that has been released.